Let's talk about Joe, okay? Joe Kent. Joe Biden, no. No, Donald Trump's going to talk about Joe Biden. Donald Trump wants, oh, come here, Joe Biden. Let me give you a prostate massage. Oh, will you change my diaper? Oh, come to Trumpy. This, though, guys, this is big news. Okay, so Joe Kent is a MAGA guy. He is like high up in counterterrorism intelligence. So this guy has all the info, okay? All the info that Trump is seeing, this guy is seeing. All the info that 𝗙𝗪𝗪 is seeing, this guy is seeing. We're going to go look at his timeline. This guy is not a Democrat plant. This guy is a hardcore groiper, dude. He is like a hardcore MAGA shithead. And here's what he said. After much reflection, I've decided to resign from my position as director of the National Counterterrorism Center effective today. I cannot in good conscience support the ongoing war in Iran. Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation. And it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. It has been an honor serving under POTUS and DNI Gabbard and leading the professionals at NCTC. May God bless America. Like, bro. Now, we're going to go into this, though, because I think there's a lot to this. I saw somebody say that he's planning a Senate run. That may very well be that this guy wants to go into politics, and so he's separating from MAGA. But you know what else is going on, guys? Do you know what else is going on? He's about to go on the Tucker Carlson show, and he's going on Candace Owens. So already he is part of the defect from MAGA coalition of Candace and Tucker. That's a big deal, guys. That is a big deal because these people are unreliable and these people are dog shit. I don't like any of them. But let me just tell you that Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and Nick Fuentes have enough influence to groiper the MAGA party and to make sure that they can't win in November, guys. And they want to sink them. Candy and Tucker and Nick Fuentes selfishly think they can band together and they can pull the groipers and pull the 4chaners out of MAGA and they can start their own little America First thing. They want to sink Trump and everyone in Congress in November. They want to sink them. They want to bury them. They're done. They're done. There's like money to Israel, money to Argentina, H-1B visas, no mass deportations, Trump spending money on the ballroom and becoming just a Trumpy, schmoozy, crypto mining bastard. Trump attacking Iran for Israel, everything being about Israel, like they are fucking done. Okay? They are done. Now, that's good news for us for right now in 2026. Now, I don't want to say that that's not problematic because they're going to come out and create disruption down the road, okay? And hopefully they don't become the party in power down the road. I mean, it could get hairy in 2028 and down the road, like we don't know. The next wave of like MAGA may be these groipers. I hope not, but it's going to help us right now in 2026. It's going to help us get the House back. And the Epstein files, too, was also a backbreaker for them. So they're done for now. And they're not going to be coming back between now and November. I can just tell you that Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens and especially Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes, Tucker, he's a little tougher sell because he is in the Trump world. He is wealthy enough that he is still polishing the Trump knob. So I don't know about Tucker, but I know that Candace and Nick Fuentes are going to be actively campaigning against the Republicans in 2026. They are going to be encouraging everyone they know to just stay home. And that's going to be a huge problem. And they are not getting behind J.D. Vance. They are not getting behind Marco Rubio. No fucking way. Dude, no fucking way in hell. Okay, so MAGA is going to be effectively done. But look at this, though. This is the guy who walked away from Iran, and he said there was no intelligence. But look at this shit, guys. He's MAGA, okay? He's MAGA. He's reposting Hegseth, right? He is in here about, like, the deep state playbook. Like, this guy is as MAGA as they get, okay? This guy is not a fucking Democrat plant. Guy is not a centrist. This guy was a hardcore MAGA shithead that is like deep in Trump, deep in there, okay? Joe Kent is. He was a deep, pro-Tulsi Gabbard, pro-Donald Trump, pro-ICE, pro-everything shitty about MAGA, and just not remotely, like, moderate, okay? He's an extremist. And simultaneously, in addition to him being an extremist and being a hardcore, he's like, dude, Iran was no threat, and they did it for Israel, okay? This is the director of counterterrorism, which means this guy knows, okay? This guy knows when he says there was no imminent threat and they did it because of Israel. He's got the goods. He just outlined it. He knows. Dude, he knows, right? So now we know that Trump's a liar and Hegseth's a liar and we already knew Caroline Leavitt is a liar. Tulsi Gabbard is a liar. Everybody that's been spouting this war effort, Marco Rubio, all of them, we know they're lying. And yeah, Rubio did give it away in that press conference, but then he tried to like walk it back. But now we know that they made it up. And we knew they made it up, but now we know because the director of counterterrorism said, hey guys, I'm resigning because they're fucking lying. Joe Kent leaving, guys, is a big deal, boss. Here's Trump on Joe Kent leaving. Dude, fuck Trump. Dude, Trump's not getting off the hook, dude. Trump is going down, baby. Look at him, dude. He doesn't look good. Trump looks like shit, okay? He does. He looks beat. All right, let's see him on Joe Kent.
Your director of national counterterrorism, Joe Kent, he just resigned today. He said he can't support your conflict with Iran. What's your reaction to that? And did you
well, I read his statement. I always thought he was a nice guy, but I always thought he was weak on security, very weak on security. I didn't know him well, but I thought he seemed like a pretty nice guy. But when I read his statement, I realized that it's a good thing that he's out, because he said that Iran was not a threat. Iran was a threat. Every country realized what a threat Iran was. The question is whether or not they wanted to do something about it.
No.
And many people, many of the greatest military scholars are saying for years that president should have taken out Iran because
the greatest military scholars, dude, he's talking about Jonathan Turley.
They wanted a nuclear weapon. They were, if we didn't do the attack, or if I'll go a step further, if I didn't terminate the Iran nuclear deal given to us, one of the worst deals ever made by Barack Hussein Obama. Remember when they sent Boeing 757s over there, loaded with cash?
Dude, again, now he's off on the Obama deal. What a bullshit artist. Look at him. This shit makes me mad because first off, the money that got returned to Iran was theirs. It was their money that we had hijacked and been holding on to that rightfully belonged to them. So we gave them their shit back, which was a threat of goodwill, okay? For them to finally get their shit back and have us stop being terrorists. And then on top of that, the deal had inspections. They were open. There was dialogue, okay? There was an openness. We were working with them. They were working with us. They were opening their facilities to inspections. It was a good deal. It was a great deal. And Trump, though, dude, you got to remember, guys, Jared Kushner, his dad is good friends with Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay? So Trump's family connection was to Benjamin Netanyahu. So from the very beginning, that's why he moved the embassy. That's why he did all that bullshit that created the tensions that even like helped spark October 7th and all that bullshit. It was always about Trump helping Bibi attack Iran from the very beginning. There's no question about it. And in the process, Jared Kushner was going to get billions and billions of dollars out of the Middle East that was going to directly end up in Trump's family. So this thing has been a fucking setup for Netanyahu from the very beginning. And don't forget that Trump was paid off by Miriam Adelson. He was paid off by Elon Musk. He's paid off by Saudi Arabia. I mean, all of this is about Israel and the anti-Iran forces in the Middle East from the very beginning. So him saying that, Iran was a threat, that's bullshit. And him saying anything about Barack Obama, he had to throw the Hussein in there because he's a fucking piece of shit. That's also bullshit. Okay, that is bullshit being spewed by an incompetent 70-year-old guy who's shitting his diaper probably right now. I bet he's filling his diaper during this answer. Now, I do want to point out one thing here, that Joe Kent leaving is a massive kick in the nuts for Trump. Trump is now saying, right? Trump is saying, oh, he was weak on security. Oh, he's saying there were no threat. Everyone knows they're a threat. Dude, hugely embarrassing to have your director of counterterrorism quit and say, I'm leaving because they made this shit up because it was never a threat and he's doing this for Israel. This is one of the biggest kneecappings, the biggest international embarrassments. It makes him look so bad and so weak, and because everybody knows it's true. Everyone knows it's true. Marco Rubio even basically said as much. So yeah, this is huge. This is like Epstein level huge, because he's not going to be able to hoax and this Joe Kent guy was terrible. He's not going to make it go away. And you know why? Because Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens are about to make Joe Kent's version of the events bigger than Donald Trump's. Donald Trump is not the media maven he was 9 years ago, guys. 9 years ago, Trump was the guy who controlled, his word was the final word that owned all of the media. Right now, Tucker and Candace Owens are bigger. They have a bigger voice than Donald Trump does. Donald Trump, Fox News, is cutting away from his rallies. Major news stations are cutting away from his press conferences. People are not, Trump does not have the king of virality shit anymore. He's lost a lot of his power. A lot of people know he's bullshitting. A lot of people know he lies. That even the media, there's other people with more voices with more juice, that I think Joe Kent's narrative is going to go through Tucker and go through Candace, and it's going to be bigger because Trump is he's not all there up here, and he's lost his edge. He's weak. He's weak now. He's flailing. He's trying to repair the ship instead of being the guy who's setting the media tone. His whole presidency thus far, he is doing damage control instead of being the guy who says, here's what's happening, right? He is constantly no, we didn't do that, or no, this person's lying, or no, you're a hoax, fake news, and Epstein's a hoax, and no, now it's real, and this, that, and the other. I mean, he's a disaster. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.